Lionhouse Nation, I'm doing like 3 takes on this shit, man. I've been trying to get this damn video out all morning. Yo, I pushed the wrong button on the first take. That shit just like deleted my shit. I don't know how that happened. Then I did a second one. I don't know what happened to that one either. Like the same kind of shit happened. This shit is crazy. But you know what? You know what? New age, click the right button, man. Make sure you click the right button. This is fucking my 3rd take on this one. 3rd take. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this is the vlog, man. Numbers, man. Numbers. I think I told you I was gonna do a section on numbers, man. Numbers, man. They don't equal what they're supposed to. Like most people say, oh, they live and they die by their numbers. Live and they die by their numbers. No, I don't die by the numbers. It's not the numbers on the Instagram. It's not the numbers that you basically live and you die by as an artist, man. Because they don't always translate to bodies in the seat, man. Like straight up, most artists that they don't live and they die by their social platforms. It's just like if you have 1,000 people on Instagram, that doesn't necessarily mean 1,000 people in the seats. Yeah, like you can have a couple of people on, you can have like 2.5 million people on your Instagram, but that doesn't mean when you show up to a show that's gonna be everybody in a seat. But when you get to your show, if you got 1 million people in a seat, that can equal at least 1,000 people to hit your Instagram. You see what I'm saying? So it's like when you look at the numbers and you look at what brings numbers and what causes people to go to your Instagram, a lot of it plays out in other places and you bring it back to your Instagram. You bring it back to your platform. So your movement generates numbers. Your movement, not you on the internet posting a lot of videos and shit like that. That is to keep the ones that are watching. That's the difference. So when you think numbers, it's a numbers game. Yeah, when it comes to money, you want your number to be high when it comes to money. But when it comes to actual music, making the music and exposing the brand, you can't limit that to one platform and say, I got 1 million followers on Instagram, I'm great. No, nigga, I know a lot of people that got those numbers and it doesn't translate to what they need to see in the physical form. Like when I go out to sell my shirts, when I go out to sell the merchandise, to push the brand itself, whatever the brand is, the people that you're exposing it to are not the same people online. And that's the difference between numbers online and then you got numbers in the seats, numbers that people are seeing. Like no one knew who Chance the Rapper was. He was hitting them numbers that people wasn't seeing. People wasn't seeing the lanes to line up to get in that position. You know what I mean? And that's just showing the rest of us, listen, this can be done, that can be done. Do it like this, put the work in this way. That is the only, real result, those numbers in that way. When it comes to the numbers on the gram, yeah, it's always good to have a set audience to expose your brand to, you know what I'm saying? It always helps. When you reach a certain amount of numbers on the internet now, that's when it starts to matter, you know what I'm saying? Kim Kardashian, freaking Jamie Foxx, Tyrese, Tyrese, you already know, Tyrese uses his social platform, Cardi B, all of these people, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you have that level of success, then your Instagram and these social platforms become a way for you to talk to the people that already love you, you know what I'm saying? But prior to that, in between that, you got a lot of people trying to do the same thing, a lot of people trying to grow, a lot of people trying to expose their brand. So you're not going to be that guy who's standing out unless you're bringing a certain type of, you know what I mean? So you cannot rely on that as an artist. You have to do other things and bring it back to the platform. That's the basics. I needed to do a video on numbers because I got DM'd the other day and shit. When I read it, I was like, oh, she was like, oh, you got to get your numbers up. No PR. And I'm looking like, yeah, it's cool. Yeah, the numbers need to get up. That's the name of the game. That is the name of the game. Get your numbers up. But that's also stating the obvious. Stating the obvious. Yes, we know we got to get the numbers up, but no, we are not killing ourselves for that. No, we are not getting wrapped up in fake promoters buying followers and crap like that. We're not getting wrapped up in that. Every follower that I have, I see him come in slowly versus hundreds of notifications. I see him come in, but I see him trickle in, and it's me earning each one of them versus me paying for them. And that's just number one. Number two is that you don't want to, there's no way to imprison yourself to this internet shit. It is a tool. You cannot imprison yourself and say, this is the lane, this is all that needs to be. Yeah, the numbers need to go up, but that's only going to be generated by my movement, by how many shows I do, by how much exposure I get, how much radio time or whatever, internet radio. These are the things that are going to change the numbers, not me posting a million, getting those numbers up by doing the internet solicitation thing. That's not going to work for me. And it's not going to work for anybody if if your brand is not based like that. There's certain computer brands and companies and things like that that are based on the internet itself, and that does matter on that level for them. But when you're doing music, how I see it, my hustle at this time, 2018, when it's already out there, it's become this big machine. The way for me to position myself is to not get imprisoned or held down to anything. You need to be able to work and be, you see www dot, it's a world wide web, which means you need to be like a spider on that shit. You need to be everywhere, legs everywhere. You need to be moving around like a fucking spider on the world wide web. Or you gonna be one of them fly ass niggas that get caught in the web and wrapped up. That's how it works. You feel me? You go ahead and break down that metaphor. But that's how I look at the numbers, man. Had to do a section on the numbers, man. Had to let you know exactly what it means. Because going forward, we're going to talk. We're going to do vlogs. This is the vlog, like I told you. I tried a couple of them. If you scroll down, you'll see like Walk With Me 1, this and that, 1. I never really go past 1 because I'm like, man, I get up every morning and I'm like, do you really want to let these people in your life? Now, later on, right now it's probably nothing, but later on, these videos, if I continue to move, these videos are gonna be what people judge me by. This is documenting. So you really just gotta ask yourself, do you want to let these people in? Because you're doing it. In the end of the day, anything that happens in the background here, or anything that goes on in my real life, and it gets on camera and I post that shit, that's sending it out to the world. Even the ones with their third eye open, peep this. The ones with their third eye open know that it's out there right now. Because I'm simply recording that shit. But nonetheless, if I post that shit, it's going to be out there in the world. So, I second guess that. So you'll see a lot of 1, Walk With Me 1, but check the videos out, man. Look at the main videos, the Focus, Real One. These are the official videos directed by my man Kevin Jerome and DJ Universal, 2 directors that helped me out a lot. And the mixtape is out there. It's just, what else can I say right now, man? I'm glad I attacked that number thing, though. Because that number thing was bothering me for a long time, as far as just people and what they think that the numbers can do for you. That shit is just, it's something that really got me. But we're trying to get more promotion this year, man. More investments, man. Like, investing in myself has gotten me to a point. I think that's where the next video is going to be at now. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk about investing in yourself. Because there's good and bad to that shit. Because when you're investing in yourself, the worst part is that you could be doing something else that whole time. So whether or not you win, it's a gamble. So whether or not you shooting and you win, or whether or not you don't, that is, it's a toss-up versus you doing something for sure, knowing for sure that it's going to turn. It's like you putting the house on yourself and you saying, I got this, when you know there's a chance that you might not win. You see what I'm saying? So I think that's the next video. The next vlog is investing in yourself, and then I'll say some other shit. But we gonna get into this vlogging thing. We're gonna start getting into it because there's a need for exposure. There's a need for talking. There's a need for letting people know exactly where I stand. And that's, even in the studio when you deal with the brothers, that, these artists are here because of them letting people in. You hear your music, but do they know your personality? And then we live in an age where that's all there is. These artists that's where the internet comes in again. You know what I'm saying?